Right, I'm going to make this a quick one today. As you can see over here, the bumper has got a little panel gap in it, but that is quite normal for this car, and it goes up a little bit, but honestly these bumpers naturally sag anyway. They're not very well made, but the clip is good on this side. But this side over here is just not so good. It's just hanging down too much. The clip has actually separated in there. I have a new clip on me, and we're going to fit that in a second. I'm just going to whip the wheel off, and we're going to see how the clip goes on. And the wheel is off, and of course, can you see what I've been doing? Yes, I've done my old favourite, the stone chip. Do you know something? I wasn't going to do this, but I thought, since the arms had come up so nicely, I thought, do you know what, let's go over. I've just had to clear some of the overspray off some of the other components because I've got some paint on here, and as I say, I've got to go over here at some point briefly, but I've managed to just stone chip it really nicely, and that's what you want. Just a clear stone chip, no lacquer, just stone chip. I'm going to use like a cheap can that I had left over, but that's looking superb now. And actually, do you know what, it's starting to look exactly how this car is. But anyway, don't get distracted. We've got to take these clips out again because we want to get this arch liner back so I can see what's going on with the clip. Right, if I bring you in, basically the clip sits between here and the ledge, but what's happened is we've still got half the clip up here that I can actually see. See this? This is the top half of it. I've got to push the rest of it out. It's just snapped. It's supposed to sit on this ledge and clamp to this top bit. That's why it's just dropped a little bit. So I'm going to get the rest of that clip out. I think I'm just going to have to get something on it or just push it out this way. And then we can pop on the new clip. Just keep winding it, and then the bumper will drop, and then I can get that clip out so much more easier. God, there's a lot of detritus in here. But yes, you can see the remains of the clip which sits here. We're just going to try and just pry it off. Try the good old-fashioned pick. See, it's breaking off just a bit. I just don't want to damage any of this bumper paint, because you know these things are so heavy on. When it does go, your pry bar goes flying, and then you end up with a load of dents and scratches everywhere. Oh, come on. Trying to just jangle this thing down, it just won't come off. Come on. Out. You see what I mean? I could have easily damaged the paintwork there, but I'm afraid needs must. I don't know where the rest of it's gone. That's dead. Okay, just give it a clear round, and it can be done. Let's just give this a bit of a clean. I have gone in here and I've cleaned all around the washer bottle, because you've got both the washer motors here. I've got a load of plugs that are not plugged in, so I suspect we've got plugs for the fog lights. Obviously this doesn't have front fog lights, and plugs for the headlight washers. And I think both things were fitted to the saloon. They were not fitted to the hatch. Is that the only way they could get people to buy the saloon over the hatch? Fog lights, heated seats and washer jets. The only things that this car doesn't have, apart from the boot you get. Weird. Anyway, this is the new part from Rimmer Brothers. Now I suspect that this is just an OE made clip by an aftermarket producer for Rimmer Brothers, because it's not a genuine one, like most things. Hopefully this will be as good as the original, he says. But it basically goes in like that, and it literally just sleeves this piece with the top bit. So we're just going to pop this in. Oh, he says he's going to pop it in. Why don't I just do it from this side, you idiot? So if we get it lined up, so that hole is there. So if we get it lined up about here, Shut camera, Andrew. There we go. Oh, that was a good click. There you go. That was a positive click. Then all I need to do is just, come on, push it up. But I'm going to need 2 hands for this, but we're just pushing it. Oh, actually, if I get my thumb. There we go, click. It's gone. I heard the click. Right, let's put the bolt back in and job done. Okay. Well, it's still got the panel gap. To be honest with you, these clips are not brilliant at what they do, but they're okay. The other side is kind of sitting actually quite similarly, but it's dropped a tiny bit. But front bumper was always like this, but at least I've repaired something that was broken. It hasn't really made much of a difference, but the idea is that you try and see if these things work. I mean, if you look at this side, it's kind of gone, it goes tight there, then it goes a bit saggy there, so that's quite normal. So say about half the finger, and then this side again tight. There's a bit more on this side for some reason. That the clip's sitting nicely in there. I mean, it's sitting as it should. It's buttoned up there, and the back side's sitting against there. Yeah, I've just confirmed that the other side sits exactly the same. So you've got sort of the ledge there, it sits in between there, and then the clip goes at the top there, it clips through. I heard it click, you heard it click on camera. Right, I'm just going to put all this back. I might actually just do a bit of silver paint actually. I've got some MBB left over. I've got to order some more anyway, because I don't think I've got enough anyway for another door handle. So I might as well just do a bit of spraying. Just a light coat. I'll take off the any overspray. I'll just go over with white spirit. It's a amateur painting technique, but you know. See what I mean? I'll just take it off the hose. And that looks a lot better. Lovely. Bit of overspray on here and there, but needs to be expected with these things. I'm just going to drop it. That's it. Just a bit of a coating. Lovely. That's the correct Rover MBB. Just a bit here. That's it. And I'll just there's my white spirit. Just a bit on the towel, and then just use a bit of white spirit or thinners just to get rid of any excess paint before it dries. So I mean, it's just gone on this. I mean, the idea would be, take it off, Andrew. Why don't you just take it off before you paint? Can't be bothered. Unfortunately, I'm more of a reactive and a proactive person sometimes, he says. Lovely. I think that looks absolutely fantastic now. I've done a bit of stone chipping. We can put this arch back together, and I'll probably do the same on the other side. Now, the other side, quite frankly, it needs a new arch liner, and all these clips. We're missing a load of these. Now I'm going to see if these are identical to the ones I put on the back bumper in the last episode, because if they are, I'll order 10 of them. I must see a doctor about this illness I've got. Just can't stop painting things. I say I wasn't going to touch this tank until I treated the thing with rust killer. What do I end up doing? Painting it in stone chip. Oh. I even masked up properly this time. I'll just have to go over and make sure that nothing's been okay. So I'm going to end up painting all that down there. Yeah, I know it's not thorough. Usually I take things apart before doing this, so I don't spray anything else, but the truth is it all needs having a look at. Just, oh god, uncovering the ABS wire and then getting all this in. To be fair, that's all going to be done. I'll just give that a wipe over. Right, arm done. Both arms done. Just gonna thoroughly do the rest of the tank. Okay, well, I've just painted some of that in silver, going up the chassis leg, and then sorry about the camera angle, I'm just doing this on upside down, all nice and clean, painted. That is now stone chipped. Bottom arms looking decidedly better already. This chassis rail, I've got to go over that chassis rail, over the exhaust. The rust killer has worked, it just needs a spray. If I can get in with my can, I'm going to actually put some paint here. You ask yourself the question, how many people, given the amount of problems this car had when I first bought it, how many people would have scrapped it? Now look at it. Some hard graft and you end up saving a wonderful, wonderful car.